Well, hi, everybody. If you've been watching from the outset, you may recall that one of my earliest episodes was about pain. I was in a tremendous, unbelievable amount of pain right after the stroke, and even though now it's almost 7 years later, I am still in a lot of pain. And a subset of that then is what do you do about it? At the time I was taking ibuprofen and acetaminophen like M&Ms, and after about 18 months of that, my doctor finally told me to cut it out because it's really affecting your blood work. That stuff, you can't keep taking it at that level. Unfortunately, the doctors really didn't have anything to suggest as an alternative. And when you're in complete agony, you do what you got to do. If it's going to hurt you in the long run, you don't care because you don't care if you live another half hour. And I was just about that bad for an extended period of time. And I finally got to the point where things started to taper off a bit in terms of the pain's intensity. I managed to get on top of it just a little bit. And over years, I managed to get my acetaminophen and ibuprofen consumption down to about 2 pills a day instead of, say, 8 a day. I mean, I did the math and I calculated that I consumed something like 10 to 12 pounds of acetaminophen in the first 3 years, which is way too much. That stuff is really not good for you. It's really hard on your liver. Well, anyway, in the last couple of months, I noticed that I have been taking even less pain medication, even though I'm still very uncomfortable. The pain is not as severe. But right now, as I sit here, I'm hurting. I got a headache, and my right arm hurts. My right hand is killing me. My feet hurt. But the pain is not as intense. And I find that I am taking a couple of acetaminophen or ibuprofen about every other day or every third day instead of every day. So that's like from the outset about a 90% reduction in my consumption of this stuff. I really wish there was a better solution. I have never been a fan of pain. I don't know many people who are. And I would be glad to announce that I am pain free, but I'm just not. Maybe it's just getting older. I heard this old joke about there was an old couple who said to each other they know that they had died and gone to heaven when they wake up and nothing hurts. you know, so I mean, even before this joke, I was getting to that age where stuff was starting to hurt, but man, nothing like now. But anyway, it's getting better. So as you know, I like to report good news. So have any of you had any serious issues with chronic pain and had any relief from it? Did it come with time? Was there something you were able to take? Some change in diet or habits or that? Because it's like when you can't sleep, you have no energy for anything. Like in my case, I need to exercise to restore my movement and keep it. And when you're tired, you can't exercise, and when you hurt so much, you can't sleep, and all that. So that's been a real struggle. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Be sure to share any thoughts with you. I love comments and emails, and like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Anyway, glad to report a bit of good news, and I'll see you in the next episode.